All right, listen up, because what I'm about to tell you is huge. We're talking about the end of an era and the start of something completely new. The question on everyone's mind, does Cobra Kai set up Karate Kid? Legends? Buckle up, because we're about to go deep into everything you need to know. For over 40 years, the Karate Kid franchise has been delivering some of the most epic moments in martial arts cinema. From Daniel LaRusso's legendary crane kick to Cobra Kai flipping the script and turning Johnny Lawrence into the ultimate underdog, this saga has never lost its punch. And now, after 6 incredible seasons, Cobra Kai has wrapped up its run on Netflix. But is this really the end? Or is it just the beginning of something even bigger? Let's rewind for a second. The Karate Kid franchise has been through a lot. We had the original trilogy, then the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank, which, let's be honest, didn't quite hit the mark. Then came the 2010 reboot with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan, which was a huge box office success but left fans divided because, well... There was no actual karate in The Karate Kid. But now, everything is coming together in a way we never expected. In 2023, the bombshell dropped. Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio would be teaming up for a brand new movie called Karate Kid, Legends. This film is set to merge the classic Karate Kid universe with the reboot, creating one massive shared timeline. That means Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han, 2 legendary mentors from 2 different versions of the franchise, are going to cross paths. But what does that mean for Cobra Kai? And more importantly, was there anything in the Cobra Kai finale that hinted at what's coming next?
I'm sorry.
Cobra Kai didn't end with a traditional post-credit scene like a Marvel movie, but that doesn't mean it didn't plant the seeds for the future. The finale left Daniel LaRusso exactly where he needed to be as the true leader of Miyagi-Do. Throughout Season 6, we saw Daniel struggling with whether or not to walk away from karate. His wife, Amanda, made it clear that their family had been through enough. But when the dust settled, Daniel knew he couldn't turn his back on the dojo. With Johnny Lawrence stepping up as the head of Cobra Kai and a reformed one at that, Daniel found his place as the Miyagi-Do sensei once again. But here's the catch. Johnny Lawrence is not in Karate Kid, Legends. That's right. The man who helped reignite this franchise is apparently not a part of the new movie. But before you start freaking out, let's think about why that might be. At the end of Cobra Kai, Johnny's focus was clear. He wanted to teach his students the balance of both offense and defense. He wasn't just a hot-headed brawler anymore. He had learned discipline, respect, and what it really meant to be a teacher. And honestly, that's the perfect place to leave his story, at least for now. So where does that leave Daniel? Well, according to the first trailer for Karate Kid, Legends, Mr. Han, Jackie Chan's character from the 2010 movie, shows up at Mr. Miyagi's old house looking for Daniel. That alone is huge. Why would Mr. Han seek out Daniel? And more importantly, how does he even know about him? The trailer hints that Mr. Han and Mr. Miyagi had a connection in the past, which is wild to think about. Could Miyagi have secretly mentored Han? Could they have been friends, or even rivals at one point? We don't know for sure yet, but the fact that Han refers to him as Sensei Miyagi suggests there's a deep history we haven't seen yet. And here's where things get even crazier. Mr. Han needs Daniel's help to train a new student, Li Fong, played by Ben Wang. And get this, Han tells Daniel, "Li means to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi." That one line changes everything. It tells us that Mr. Han sees himself in Daniel. He's been in his shoes before, training a young student who means the world to him. And now, he needs Daniel to step up and be the mentor Li needs. Now, if you watch Cobra Kai Season 6, you know that Daniel went through a huge shift when it came to his perception of Mr. Miyagi. He learned some hard truths about his sensei's past, including the fact that Miyagi was involved in a violent robbery. But by the end of the season, Daniel finally understood the full story. Miyagi wasn't some perfect, untouchable legend.
Ido karate. Didn't seem like self-defense to me.
Defense takes on many forms.
He was human. He had flaws. And that realization allowed Daniel to truly embrace what it meant to carry on his legacy. So, with all of that in mind, is Karate Kid. Legends setting up Daniel to be the next Mr. Miyagi. It sure looks like it. The trailer shows Daniel back at Miyagi-Do, but it's noticeably empty. His students have moved on. His best friend and co-sensei, Chosen, has left to be with Kim Da-yoon in South Korea. And now Mr. Han has come knocking, asking Daniel to pass on everything he's learned to a new generation. And that brings us to the biggest question of all. Will any Cobra Kai characters appear in Karate Kid? Legends? Right now it's up in the air. The movie takes place 3 years after the events of Cobra Kai, which means a lot can happen in that time.
Honk!
Characters like Hawk Miguel and Tori have all gone off on their own paths, and Johnny's future is left intentionally open-ended. But the door is always open. If this movie is a hit, you better believe we could see a new Cobra Kai spinoff down the line. At the end of the day, Cobra Kai may be over, but the story isn't. The Karate Kid franchise is evolving, and Karate Kid a Kid. Legends is proof that this saga still has plenty of fight left in it. Whether it's Daniel stepping into a new role as a mentor, Mr. Han revealing secrets from the past, or a new student taking the spotlight, one thing is clear. The legacy of Mr. Miyagi will never die. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Cobra Kai sets up Karate Kid? Legends? Will we see any familiar faces return? And what do you think about Mr. Han and Mr. Miyagi possibly having a shared history? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're hyped for Karate Kid Legends. If you're a true Karate Kid fan, you won't want to miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.
The Miyagi ancestors fought Japanese invaders. The only way to survive